Hey everybody, this is Ahdoom coming back to you again with another episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeons, where in this exciting episode we're going to explore the Warrens, defeat some porky pigs, and pick up some elite loot on a short champion map. Now in our party is pretty much the exact same lineup, with some people swapped out because they've been in the sanitarium. Dismas is still rocking it though, with his head very much under his arm rather than on top of his other head. Double head Dismas, that's the game. So again, it's a short map, we're not going to bring in too much there with us. Just a single stack of torches, which has proven to be okay. Enough food for 2 checks, and then 2 holy waters, 2 medicinal herbs. Actually 3 medicinal herbs, because they come in very handy. 2 keys, 2 shovels, and I think that's the lineup. Let's get out and in there. I can't believe the last episode only lasted for like 15 minutes. Short maps can either go for a half an hour or they can go for no time at all. It's fun sometimes to not have to crawl too far.
But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
And again, my guys functionally took some diseases, but they took no stress at all. Gonna leave that pile of books behind and jump into our first corridor battle against some flesh eaters and a thunderer. First things first, naturally, is to get ourselves in the best possible place to wipe out as many as we can. No chance for an insta-kill any which way, so we'll put some damage down on this second position flesh eater and give ourselves a nice riposte to start things off. We'll do a party buff to maximize our chance of crits and accuracy and speed. The sooner we get in our attacks, the better it goes for us every single time. A little bit of stress, but nothing to worry about there, and what I might just do, if I can get a kill with an Intimidate, is drop one down here. One's dead. No debuff in place, but that's okay. We've got more damage than we expected. That crit, though, 23 damage is pretty substantial. Lucky to have resisted the boom, heal of 13. Lucky to have resisted the blight, though. Now that we've actually taken a couple of hits, I might need to change my focus. That stress is going to be a problem to deal with, given it's a short dungeon. I'm not expecting that many combats. So let's take care of business. 20 of his hit points taken away. It's more than he had to work with, and we'll clear off these corpses so we can make short work of the drummer and maybe have him give us a different attack instead. Drums of Doom. Riposte strike back for 26, and he is absolutely and certainly dead, which puts me in a good position to faff the turn. So let's get that extra heal down on the Jester. Look at who needs the most stress healing, and it is the Jester, ironically. And probably finish him off with either the Highwayman or the Leper. Leper it is, and Leper takes care of business. Nice swag of loot there, and we'll pick up a bit extra from the sack here. Jolly good. Carrying on. Torch first, obviously.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
And there is nothing to see here. Now, some sneaky munchkin has dropped a trap behind us, which I will do my darndest to disarm. I don't get who it is that's crawling around these dungeons, beyond the Collector, who just shows up sometimes by surprise. But this dungeon, fortunately, is pretty logical and linear in its nature. That trap, 4 damage, bit of stress, nothing to be too worried about. First hunger check of the match. And these occult scrollings I typically leave alone because the upside isn't worth it for me most of the time. Pressing on, and we get some scouting intel. 2 curios, a battle, and an empty room. That's fine by me. Stash heirlooms, very nice. Don't have any bandages with me, so I'm going to leave that alone. And here's a corridor battle, same guys as before. Nothing to be too worried about all in all. What I will do, though, to start things off is drop a double bleed. And that's taken where it counts in the back row. Drums of Doom. No chance to get a riposte yet, because it hasn't been a Highwayman type turn as of yet. Munch drops down on the Vestal, and she's probably going to get her end back, but no. Ooh, double Munch. Good dodge. Good dodging. Alright, let's get a riposte in here and get the kill. Could try there, but let's just... Ooh! Okay, dodges happen. That's okay. I've got to accept these things sometimes. Certainly take care of the back row, because the front row will have a point-blank shot for it in the next turn. Look at doing a self-heal plus damage. 5 damage and 8 healing. Not too shabby at all. And pressing through. This guy has a few turns left in him, but we'll take some... He'll find his demise in the riposte. Point-blank shot now. Getting the kill. Everyone's back in position, and everything is shiny. Bit of extra medicinal herbs there. If we have to take any debuffs, we'll be well placed to handle them. And that room is one that we knew is empty. No scouting information, so we'll just carry on. Pick up whatever is here in the sack. All good. And second hunger check. That is the last hunger check on the board. Oh, trap. And bleed. That's gonna hurt. Gonna have to focus healing on that Vestal in the next combat round, unfortunately. Bit of a waste, but there we go. Alright, corridor battle, which will be less substantial than the alternative. Can purify those bones, though, for, well, not amazing treasure, but we got our holy water back. And we have the surprise, at least, which will give my Vestal a chance to do something about her unpleasant situation. Let's drop a party buff down here, because I want to be making sure that I'm using this round to faff as much as possible. No chance for an insta-kill, but I will drop whatever damage I can on this second position, try and follow up there with a kill if we can, but it isn't enough to make the difference. Drop a divine heal on myself there, 15 life up, which fills me up very handily. There's a rend in place, and he'll probably get killed. Very nicely done. Fortunately, I'm now out of position for a point-blank shot, but I can drop a bleed attack. Stressful incantation on the back row from the Enchantress, sorry, a witch. And my Jester's going to need to spend some serious time focusing on her stress. 11 damage down on the leper. Again, stress all round, but nothing to be too concerned about. Let's take off 15 stress right now and buff your stress resistance abilities. 9 more hit points to lose from that bleed attack, but I can now drop a point-blank shot on the front ranks, which puts us in a pretty good way to finish him off with the leper. Job's done, and now all we have to do is worry about stress and other problems. That push probably won't move him. Nope, we're good. Just a bit of stress. At this stage, what we're going to try and do is stun. Well, we've got one more room, 2 more rooms. Got one more actual room. Party heal is the best call at this stage. 7's all round. Very lucky, except there's one too many. And let's get rid of some stress on the Vestal. She's down to 36. Leper is on 39. Some bleed still coming through, and we will dual advance to do some damage on the back row. Very nice. Take care of those corpses, by all means. And she is now in range for a good old-fashioned pounding, and that dodge is very appreciated given the current stressful situations that we're in. 70% chance to resist the stun, but we'll take it nonetheless, because even if it doesn't tick, we'll get some damage and some torch, but the stun does take. We're going to look at what we can do about mitigating stress levels, and the leper is the focus of the moment, followed by the Vestal. Gonna need to do a point-blank shot here to wrap things up, and we've cleaned up house. Some nice trinkets and treasures to pick up there, and we will press on, use a torch, and enter the empty room, hoping for a scout, which doesn't arrive, so instead we'll run through blind. Dodge the trap though, so no complaints whatsoever. Just keep an eye on our torch. We are going to take a hunger check and the associated stress, which sucks, but that's the game sometimes. We know for certain that the next room is a battle room. We're entering in not the best of circumstances, but we can take these guys. We can definitely take these guys. Probably look at focusing on stress levels over HP at this stage, because we're moving back to the hamlet as soon as this is wrapped up, and I do not want to be spending any time in any buildings. Slice and Dice does some substantial damage there, but my Vestal can focus heal on him to make sure that we are in an okay place. No stun abilities, and really no chance for a kill here, so I'll focus on the second position. 5 HP shy of death. Blank of fire coming in, doing some small damage across the board, as well as some stress. That debuff, though, is going to be the most prominent problem. 11 damage from the... Well, look, it's pretty clear that I'm going to be party healing at this stage. Let's dual advance and take out that first cutthroat. Very nice. And that riposte is now active. We'll drop a party heal. 5's all round, so again, not too shabby by any measure. Still at risk, but not as at risk as we were in the past. Take care of a little bit of stress on that Jester, bringing him down to 35. Leper is still not in the best of places, but that riposte is going to be absolutely handy as far as things go, even with the slight increase in stress damage. Slice and Dice drops down, and there's some pretty substantial damage. No answer back on the riposte, unfortunately. Let's do a point-blank shot to hopefully get the kill. Not quite, That will finish him. And we need to actually make sure that we're keeping that Highwayman alive. 30. Wow. That's a heal for sure. That's definitely a heal for sure. 41 against 47. Let's take care of the leper first. Oh, very nice. Final item to look at and take care of is a reduction of corpses, which will hopefully change what that hunter is able to throw at me. I'm not sure if it's his turn first. Yes, it is. Rush shot is dodged gloriously. We might actually be able to faff this to completion. Can probably actually get the kill right here and now if I want to take it. If I don't, no, let's not take chances. There we go. I'm fine to come back with a little bit of stress. I'm often too greedy about these things.
Victories mount, so too will resistance.
Let's just see if we have any chance of finding any gold here. The answer is yes, a small amount, and that traded off quite nicely. Quest complete, and let's see how we did.
Squeals fade.
Well, that man-at-arms
Shaken.
trinket sure picked that up. Money-wise, we've got ourselves a nice 13k of gold to work with, 16 crests, 6 portraits, and we should be in a pretty good place for a couple of upgrades, potentially. Wheeled Adventurer is now upgraded, replacing Natural Swing. On the other side of things, Compulsive is now in place, to my great vexation. And in the meantime, we will press on back and check what healed.
And obsession.
So Meveril got lucky and had both Creeping Cough and Red Plague cleared at the same time. Lazy Eye is now gone as well, which will increase our accuracy as a range skill. Money-wise, we aren't overflowing with cash, but fortunately we're also not overflowing with diseases either. Spotted Fever, though, is something that I want to take a chance to remove, as is, where was it? Spasm of the entrails, I don't mind. Rabies, yeah, that rabies might be the thing to focus on. Alternatively, if I can find some low-level quirks I can cheaply kill off, I will definitely do that, or potentially drop a few more upgrades in place. The one thing I believe I do now have the... I'm short of crests. Next turn, we will reduce the cost of skill training. We will not do any more skill training until we have those crests. For that matter, going to the sanitarium here, we've maxed out this cost. Again, this isn't going to make a huge difference. It just increases the chance of double curing. And that is us done for the round. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it right this second. If you've enjoyed this video in general and want to see more of them every day, hit the subscribe button right there on the screen. And if you want to backtrack and start this from the beginning, that playlist in the bottom left-hand corner is the one for you. I'm Ahdoom. Have a great day.